Yeah. Death hairball. Okay. The city's so huge, it'll take forever for us to find her. No, it won't. The boy mentioned a tree. Did you know what he meant by that? I think I do. For our little girl's sake, pray that I'm wrong. Auntie! Uncle! Wait! Mo? What are you doing here? I don't know. You two just flew off, and I guess that's something to do with Irma, and I just took off like I had to do something. I don't know why. The feeling just suddenly took over me. I shouldn't even be here. This is so stupid. But I know Irma's in trouble, and it's all because of me and Mitsu, and Momo, you want to help. We completely understand that. But you need to go back. It's not safe where we're going. Not for any of us. What is that thing? Run! It's growing! Move! It's been beating everywhere. Run, get out of the way! I don't want to die! The survival of the fittest. The weak are consumed by the all-consuming. The weak are weeded out. And the all-consuming death hairball. I still can't believe we're calling it that, but that's what it is. Well, actually, let's see, where is it? It's not really visible on this page, but like I asked if the sort of skull look of the gate kind of looked like a skull. I was told that was not intentional. That's just what it looks like. But that's like still scary. You know, it's still kind of looks like a skull there in the center.
Yeah, that is kind of like a fitting. I know it's not intentional, but it is a kind of a fitting thing regardless. Also, I'm sure if you look closely, you could probably see whispers around here, or maybe not.
Well, actually, if he was if he was, like a couple yards away from the tree, he's probably in there already. And who's to say he ever got out? Foreshadowing. Okay, we're getting down to it. We only have like 15 more to go.
Don't hurt me. No. Oh, sorry, I was reading the thing.
Yeah, I honestly kind of I still feel like there's a page missing between the previous one and this one. Like, I feel like the jump is still too abrupt.
Yeah.
But I've made my thoughts on that clear before, so.
I know I said it not so elegantly last time, though, but it really feels like this was meant to go on a lot longer.
Yeah.
It really...
Yeah, I'm not even gonna pretend that I can... I'm not even gonna try to do these screams of agony. We're just gonna... It speaks for itself, I think.
Yeah, it still kind of does feel like the resolving to the Sonic Cyber Corruption plotline in Frontiers, but oh well. Speaking of which, I'm looking forward to the DLC.
Although, really, what's scary here is seeing, like, Irma's face slowly getting closer and the feral grin getting wider and wider. like she's enjoying this. Which, again, is so against who she is.
Yeah.
She is a little bit of a mean spirit at times, a little mischievous, a little chaotic, but this isn't her. Not really. I mean, it is, but it also isn't. That this is something locked up very deep.
This is this is your nature. This is your slowest, deepest, darkest repression. Just popped.
Yeah, like that's arguably that's a really kind of like it puts everything up to this point, all of like the more gag stuff where she's dark, where she's more murderous, more dark, like it puts all that kind of in a different perspective. And screaming, and then there's the faint whisper of Irma, you're here, Irma. Irma.
Follow my voice, Irma.
Follow my voice, Irma. That's it, follow my voice. We know you're scared, but it's okay, sweetie. And Dad are here. And the third ranger. We're here. It's okay. You can actually see she's crying.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the tear, she starts crying even as the voices of the damned fade away.
This, I feel, is a reference to something, but I don't know what.
Yeah, this scene was originally not planned, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like this was a relatively last minute addition, and Brandon did all the inking for this himself, which is more impressive now because he usually just does the outlines and has one of the other members do the inking for him. It's okay, Irma. We're right here. We got you. Also, it was originally just going to be Sam and Emiko in this panel. And Gator said, no, you need to have other people in the background. It looks weird. And again, welcome change. Irma in Water Wings is really cute. Can I just say that?
It is.
We got you. We got you.
Aww.
Cinematic parallels.
Aww.
And I still can't get over that Momo was introduced to this climatic storyline to be a light source. Just cannot get over that. Momo Yorimoto, living light bulb.
Oh, right in the feels.
Yeah, the cinematic parallels, and this really is beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
despite
and
like,
go
ahead, sorry.
Despite how abrupt it was.
Yeah, despite like all of the goofing around though, all of the jokes, all of the critiques and comments and whatnot, this is still really good.
And slowly the shadows recede and fade until it's just her again. This was a wallpaper. I told Brandon you should make this a wallpaper, and he made it a wallpaper.
It was a good idea.
Yes, it was. And then the red, presumably the red moon has also faded. You don't really see it, but presumably it's faded, yeah. And for the first time, we kind of look around and be like, oh, that's a lot of property damage. And there's Whisper's hat. He was at ground zero, and now he is ground beef.
Just ground.
He was just ground. He was at ground zero, and now he's just ground. I like that, actually. Well, the good news... Remember, Irma never killed anyone.
Everyone lived.
And nobody died.
Somehow.
Nobody died.
Oh, there's the merge rate.
It's also something to observe. Irma stayed in one spot. Like, she flew up into the sky and started attacking, but she never moved from that spot. The expanding death hairball was just going out farther and farther circumference-wise. Stop. Make it stop. Make it stop.
I'm sorry.
And if you look closely, you don't really need to look closely. Their hair has either been dyed black or white, depending on how dark their hair color already was.
Yeah.
Which is, creepy.
No.
And like he got the worst of it, and not really sorry, not really sorry.
They kind of had it coming, just a little bit.
Yeah. Wow. Want to come to? Please join the Patreon. You get to see this stuff a couple days early.
Okay, genuinely speaking, I don't think they should have put this Patreon ad here, but oh well. Nitpick aside.
Well, yeah, it does kind of ruin the theme of it. You know what? They should have put it up here at the top here.
Yeah.
There's like a big empty space there, like there's supposed to be another panel or something. What happened here? Spread out. Attend to the children. You heard everyone. Come on. It's actually stepping over the corpses. Oh.
Can someone help us
out with this? Same here. And suddenly, it all comes into focus. You see that, and several pieces of the puzzle immediately fall into place. How is she? Tired? Scared? She's unconscious, but I think she's gonna be okay. And Momo's just looking at her like, girl, I don't think I even know you. Oh man, what a relief. What even happened here? Everything looks decayed. Like all the life got sucked out of it. All this destruction. What could have caused all this? You're looking at her. She said without thinking. But actually, I had picked up on that before, but that means that one of Irma's innate powers is the ability to absorb life. Like, it's not just that the plants die around her. It's that she's passively absorbing their life force. Think of how dangerous that ability would be in the hands of someone like Osamu, or just in the hands of someone more willing to use it. Also, Amaya was digitally edited into this panel afterwards because Brandon realized he forgot to put her in. Bravo! Bravo! Now that was a true glimpse of power. The delicious devastation, the endless screaming, the beautiful carnage. It was all so exquisite. Good show, good show. If only it could have lasted longer. And you're like, wow, this man is a complete psychopath.
I know it's probably a terrible idea to do it, and I probably wouldn't do it, but I surely would have been thinking the whole time, fuck this guy!
Yeah, I think that's the general fan feeling about him. And now we've added a Ko-Fi ad.
Oh, we're getting extra shameless. I mean, what? Okay, no, I'll stop.
It's decaf, by the way.
Whew.
We come to you live with an update on the events that transpired. Well, that's not very informative. I'm sorry, I just realized that for some reason the village just has like a big chunk where there's a ton of trees around, but there's like houses on all sides of the trees, which just makes it weirder. Yeah, although I guess everyone kind of knew what it was, and everyone wanted to stay away from it. Even if it wasn't dangerous to them, it's enough. Yeah. We come to you live with an update on the events that transpired. Last night, unexpecting citizens woke up to mass hysteria during the sudden formation of a blood moon. It happened in the middle of the night. Everything had been operating like normal. And then everything went dark. From Tokyo to Sendai to even the smallest farm towns, Japan seems to have suffered a nationwide blackout, including grounded transportation. It wasn't until 3 hours later when the moon reverted to normal and all of the power came back on, but enough damage had been done, leaving citizens scared, confused, and asking many questions.
This was 3 hours?
The main question being, what happened?
3 hours?
And
damn.
Also,
what happened in those 3 hours?
I don't think the actual death hairball thing lasted 3 hours. I think it took 3 hours for it to dissipate. The accumulated energy took a couple hours to dissipate. The whole thing took place over the span of a couple minutes, gotcha. I would say. For starters, the blood moon formed 10 years before the next lunar eclipse. This is going to be important, I just know it. And here's Amy, and here's we first glimpse of Amy's family. Fives getting driven around and hearing the news. Akari looking up kind of softly at the tower while the other citizens in the city are discussing it. Terry playing games with, his father, air quotes, looks at the phone. Leaving astronomers puzzled as to how such a thing can occur over in Europe. Sydney leading the rat parade. Felicia, just so tired of all of this.
Miss
Beerley, finally on break. Connor doing a puzzle while his mother watches the news in the background. Japan seems to be the nation to suffer a blackout during the time span of the blood moon in Mexico. Sylvia is reading a comic. Federal agents are making moves based on these events. The babysitter looks at her phone and thinks about how this adds to her plan. Delapore watches the news on the rat TV. The United Monster News channel, causing theories to spiral that perhaps the two events have some kind of connection, showing that the human and yokai world both have the same perspective on these events. Mm-hmm. And here we have 3 ominous figures. We have, let's see. Now the center one's Dracula. Let's not even pretend that's not Dracula. Okay? Yet this doesn't seem possible. There's no sensible or clear scientific explanation behind this phenomena. The whole thing seems too supernatural to be true. Surely it was all a coincidence, right? I want to make a point here. We have someone floating in the skies above the Earth, someone who is actually implied to be Brandon, or at least his comic counterpart, which raises so many questions. Dracula, and for some reason a cowboy trucker. I don't know if he's supposed to be someone important or if it's just sort of like, someone's just listening in on this. It's like someone's paying attention to the news. Yeah. Like, I'm sure we'll get an answer to that eventually. I feel like being on the page with someone who may or may not be a god and Dracula would give them a certain level of importance, but that might be like a red herring.
Yeah.
And then there's all these comments. Yo, check it out. And this is totally the government. Something, something. Japan's a blood moon.
I think the world is coming to an end. Where is that? U.S. forces need to go and investigate it. They foretold us in the Bible. It's the Emperor's soul!
I know you're up there. There's someone scared. The guy who knows that the guy's up there. I know you're up there. Kid, what did you do?
He knows. He knows. Did we say he knows? Because he knows. Also, shoot with this. Shoot with this. Story time.
Decaf. Don't worry, it's decaf.
Okay, we got about 30 minutes before it screws up again. At least that's how it was last time.
Okay, we can get this done in 30. We can get this done in 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so this is just Irma sleeping peacefully and dreaming of the terror and misery and despair she brought upon so many who did nothing but just be in the way.
I'm so glad they added this page. This was not originally intended to be added.
Yes, I do remember that. I do remember Bram talking about that. Oh, thank goodness it was only a dream.
I think.
I don't actually know what that's from, but it's one of those things that lurks in the back of my brain. It's meme. And then slowly and then quickly she remembers exactly what transpired mere hours ago. And she's traumatized, as you would be.
Morse code.
So far, no deaths, but there's a lot of property damage and a lot of mentally broken people, including those children. Able to at least get some information from that Kijuma boy of the perpetrators, 3 young adults, an Oni, a Yuki Onna, and a Taka Onna. What can we do to help? Honestly, I think it's best right now that you pack up and go home. While Father's presence here is scaring the villagers enough not to form outside the gate, people are going to start asking questions, especially the council, once they arrive hearing the news. And we don't need them finding out that your daughter did all of this damage to the city. I don't even want to think about what they would do. I'm sorry. Please, don't take this the wrong way. I'm just assessing the situation. Fumiko, we understand. What are we going to tell Irma? You're the parents. I'll leave that to you. Guys?
Happy Mother's Day!
There's really nothing. I have no quips. I have no jokes.
Same.
There's nothing to say here. There's nothing I can say that would make this better.
it just speaks for itself.
Irma? Yeah, Irma? Irma, look at me. Just look at me, okay? You're safe now. Daddy and I are here, all right? No one's going to hurt you. You're back at the palace with your aunts, cousins, and uncle. Everything's gonna be okay. I know that. You're like, Mom, I know that's a lie. Oh, honey, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Look, what's happened has happened, and there's nothing we can do to change that now. But this isn't your fault. It never was, and it never will be. Whatever that was last night, it wasn't you. You would never mean to hurt anyone. You're sweet, caring, and kind-hearted to everyone around you. You're a special little girl. Your parents are right. You have only been here for a week, but I wasn't lying when I said you really were your mother's daughter. You have proven so time and time again. You're a good kid, Irma, and none of us would look at you differently for that. Irma, I swear to you here and now, I'm going to find the ones who did this to you. The ones truly responsible for all of this. I promise. Yeah, good luck with that.
Take
Rapid packing.
Take that.
Let's see, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine, this is also mine. All right, I think that's everything. You sure? You might want to double check just in case. I'm just warming up my vocal cords.
With these hands or this hair.
This hair has killed. This hair has maimed is probably more accurate.
Yeah.
Okay. So, guess this is it. You're leaving, huh? And from what Momo told me, you ended your vacation with quite a bang. I did not say that. Well, that's not how I said it, anyway. Look, I just wanted to say that this shouldn't have happened to you. What those guys did, turning you into that thing, whatever it was, the rage, the darkness, the red in your eyes. You didn't deserve any of this. Especially not getting caught up in our stupid war with those back alley jerks. Whoa. You are not about to put the whole blame on us. Do I need to remind you who started all of this? You don't. First time we ever showed up to this dump of a town and met those guys, all we ever saw was two Yorimotos to hate and pick on. We never asked for that. Hell, we tried being friend with them. Oh, you ruined the moment, Brandon.
Rip.
But that little one-eyed jerkweed and his gang never gave us a chance. Instead, they took advantage and bullied us to no end. We tried going to the adults, but Gramps made sure we didn't get any help at all. Left us to fend for ourselves. We had no choice. We had to fight back. Give them something to really be afraid of. I swear, we're all cursed in this family. All because we're related to Gramps.
Family ties suck.
So, family ties suck. Momo? What? Yeah, that is really sweet.
Yeah.
Momo? What are you doing? I'm not good at this kind of stuff, alright? It's just that I'm just glad. But you also look like you need this. Begrudging Mitsu. Like, oh, if I must. No, fine, I'm not that. And it's like, and finally, they're finally getting along, just in time for them to leave. Mitsu, Momo, would you like to say goodbye to your cousin at the airport? Yeah? Go get yourselves ready. It's gonna be a long trip. Like, friends. Here there, little niece. Hey now, what's going on here? There we go. That's enough of that.
That's really good precision to not cut her accidentally.
Yeah. Look, you got nothing to worry about. Believe it or not, this isn't the craziest thing that happened to this town.
Oh god, I don't want to know. Actually, I do want to know.
Like, there was this one night when... Wait, how old are you? You know what? Never mind. No, I wonder if we'll ever get... I think that's one of those things we'll never get an answer for, and it's probably okay. Listen, as your new favorite uncle here, well, overly narrow superlative, but whatever, we'll take care of whatever happened as well as anyone responsible. You have my word on it, okay? And trust me, if you know your Aunt Fumiko, she'll be at the bottom of this before your plane lands, all right? And speaking of, don't tell anyone this, but I may have some things for you to bring home. Kentaro, international drug smuggler. The first season of Whoop, signed by the creators, uncut, none of that American censorship. I have questions for Whoop manga, and there's this one guy in this one in the bag about a guy who hunts supernatural creatures. I have questions. A Whoop model kit should be fun and simple to put together. I'm jealous. And last but not least, a special Japan-only War Unicorn plush. I want that plush, darn it. Okay, I think you folks are ready. And remember, little niece, we got this. Yeah, we do.
Aw. Okay, that's it. Election.
Happy Pride Month,
Happy
everyone!
Pride Month!
I was out at a family dinner when he was drawing that on stream, and I had to keep leaving. I had to keep going to the lobby so that I could actually hear the stream and understand what was going on and check if I was missing anything. It's fine. I didn't mind. I did spend some time playing with my infant cousin once removed. He cute. All right, I have the scroll. This should take you straight to the car. If everyone is ready, we'll start heading to the front. Actually, not just yet. I want to stop by the throne room. Say goodbye to Mom and Dad.
Oh?
Honestly, dear, there is no need to leave in such a haste. Your father and I will smite anyone who dare come near the palace. You know I don't want that. None of us do. We just want to go home. And I think it'd be the best for all of us. Very well. Do keep in touch if nothing else. Goodbye, Mother. Oh, and 2 quick observations here that I made when we first saw these pages on the Patreon stream. Ultimately, Amaya does concede when she just thinks about it for a minute, and then she's like, all right, which already puts her ahead of Osamu in the caring about your children department. But Momo is partially hiding behind Yori. And I remember kind of probably reading too much into it, but like that she doesn't trust either Osamu or Amaya as much as she did before, because she saw them there at the scene of the carnage, and Osamu pretty much just being like, man, that was amazing. If only I would love to see more of that, which, shows a complete lack of empathy, which isn't really a surprise, but also that the grandmother she looked up to didn't really seem to care all that much either. I mean, admittedly, that's because she was edited in, but outside context. But it's sort of like that, Mitsu's kind of, standing out. Momo's holding her mother's hand and partially hiding behind her because she's kind of scared. She doesn't trust them. She cannot view them the same way she did before. Mm-hmm. I mean, they already knew Gramps wanted to toughen them up and wasn't willing to help because of that. But this is something far beyond that. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
All right, the elephant in the room.
Look at that smug old man. You just want to break his nose. Toothpick.
And we'll never know what she said.
I think we will find out someday, but not anytime soon. And it was actually kind of funny that we actually were going to find out right here what it was, but they decided it was funnier it was more interesting if you didn't know. But like that Osamu's smug grin drops, Jake's, and then he just he cannot believe what he has just been told. He's terrified. And then he just slumps in his chair. Like he's just completely given up. And you cannot help but wonder what Emiko said that threw him off so much.
I guess you could say she figured him out just a little bit.
Yeah, and then she just hands him back his cane and gives him a somewhat condescending kiss goodbye while he's just sitting there stunned. And even if he recovers his composure later, for that time, he couldn't respond. What did you tell him? Something he won't forget.
Oh God, this feels too recent.
Yeah, I mean, this is like May at this point. Any idea where the others are? Anna and Kenji are looking for Mayumi. They should be here soon. And Ren? She left earlier this morning. You know how she is with goodbyes. I was gonna give this to you last night, but now come to think of it, I think that's actually kind of interesting that she was presumably gonna give it to Emiko, but she decided that Irma needed it more.
Irma?
Which is kind of sweet. Irma?
Here.
Here.
There it is. I got this when we were shopping in town. It's just like the one your mom gave me when I was just about your age. I want you to have it. Something to help you as mine does for me.
Okay, so she was going to give it to Irma. I am completely off base. How did I forget this in the span of a few months?
Oh, that's fine. A lot's been going on in Italy. God, this is just hitting you in the feels multiple times.
Yep.
Little up to... Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, this is just a teaser for Chloe. Keep going. But we're finally out. We swear. We're not.
We're done.
Yeah, we only have like 5 pages left at this point.
Yeah.
Let me know if you guys want to stop by when the heat dies down, Sam. I'll take you to some of the best spots in the land to drink and party. Given our situation, I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. Oh, right. Well, in that case, maybe we'll come visit you guys sometime. I always wanted to see America. Please. 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 In the meantime, here's everyone's contact info. Thank you, Haru. Let's keep in touch, especially in less stressful conditions. Let's all keep in touch, especially in stressful conditions. How about sometime next week I'll call and we can check up with each other? Would you like that, Mayumi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snake Ant!
I was the snake lady. Wasn't in the bushes.
Hey. I guess you guys are taking off. I stole your character, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, it was a great honor to meet you and your father, even though he's a human.
Cram it.
I want you to remember something. Something I had forgotten, but it was you who helped me remember. Never give up on family, because there will always be one who will fight for you.
Well, except when you have to.
Well,
but
never give up on family who have shown themselves willing to change.
Yeah.
And if you ever do forget who that is, well, no, it will be me.
Ah, more feels. Okay, pause on that a little bit. There we go. Get that
Sneak ant. Snant.
Snant. One of these days I'll get these, but that day is not going to be anytime soon, I'm guessing.
Well, the Chloe issue is, you're, at least at the very least, you're not missing out on anything. And on some level, the sketch issue, you're not really missing out on anything.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's just extra stuff.
Yeah.
Although some of it is for future stuff, so hope you get it eventually. Ina? Sorry. That's enough goodbye hugs.
Just one more.
One more.
Okay, one more.
Okay, one more. Last one, I swear. Sam, it's been amazing finally getting the chance to meet you. Same to you too, Ina. It's just seeing they're taking such good care of my sister, and you two are perfect for each other, and I'm so happy for you, Amiko. I'm gonna miss you guys so much. Ina, this isn't the last time we'll see each other. I'll make FaceTime calls, okay? I know. I just wish this moment could last. Oh, I got it. Since everyone's here, you know what this call's for? Oh boy, family photo time. All right, everyone, back through the portal. All right, I think everyone's in position. Yeah, that's good right there, guys. Come, Haru. You belong here as much as any of us. Go ahead. I'll take it from here. Why don't you join too, Kenji? You should be in here as well. Me? I'm just a servant. Come on, buddy. There's more than enough room for you. Just put the phone in selfie mode and get it to a timer. Set it to a timer. That'll hold it. Oh, I'll hold it. Sorry, I can't read.
No, you're fine.
All right, everyone. Get ready. Face the camera. And finally, Irma smiles again. And this family photo is probably the last piece of traditional art Brandon will ever do for the mainline comic. That's actually part of the comic and not like an extra piece for something else. So that piece is all hand drawn, which you may notice is why it looks kind of compressed compared to the other digital drawn pages. But that's neither here nor there. That's not a criticism either. It's just an observation.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, and I think it's great. And my first reaction was, Mr. Santiago, how much do you want for it? And he's like, I think I'm going to be keeping this. To which I said, fair enough.
That is fair. Well, we're going to get this family photo of all... How many people are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Did I get everyone?
I think so.
Okay. Dang, this is a big family.
And 2 of them aren't even in the family yet. I at least joined the photo to an extent, but some was just standing in the background like a coward. You jerk.
So long, farewell. You disappoint me, daughter. I mean, not as much as I disappoint you, but that's different.
Good, the feeling is mutual. Oh, you disappoint me. Good, the feeling is mutual.
Be sure to get our comics. I would like to get the comics, but they haven't shown up. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, no, I'll quit. I guess it's that time, dear sister.
It has been a pleasure catching up. Please do have a safe flight home. Hugs. I'll text you when we land. You and Haru take care, okay? Of course.
Oh, this bit.
Knock, knock, knock. Come here.
Oh, this bit.
I really do kind of like Irma with... I do like Irma with both of her eyes visible, but I understand that it's like, you know, the bangs over one eye is iconic, so
yeah.
That's not going to change.
It's like seeing Mario without his mustache or Ryu without his headband. It's just kind of, oof.
Yeah. Remember what you are, remember who you are, and remember that you are loved.
Aww. That's a good message.
Yeah, I think it is. You are more than a sum of your parts. You are more than what your family, you are more than what your parents made you.
Mm-hmm. I forgot how the Mewtwo quote goes, but it is not one's creation that defines them, but what they choose to do.
It's not the circumstances of one's birth that defines one's nature or something like that.
Yeah.
I definitely know it is not the circumstances of one's birth. I definitely know that part of the quote.
Yeah. Back in the Japanese countryside.
It's only been 5 years since we last saw it. Yeah, anyway.
Oh, wait.
The sepulchred streets of suburbia.
Wait, didn't they make a note about this character over here? Is that supposed to be Kira?
I think it is, yes.
Okay.
I think we asked that as a joke. Although, to be honest, I can't remember if that was actually the case or not.
I can't forget either.
Well, I guess this is goodbye, huh? I've been trying to stay strong for everyone about this. It's just, I don't want to say goodbye. Saying it makes it all too real. Boy, do I know how that feels.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then let's just say so long for now, and leave the goodbye for the day when we are saying our last goodbye. And you know you're gonna die before me, sis. What? So long? So long.
Farewell.
Power hug. Hey, I'm not used to genuinely saying this, but take care, Erma. Yeah, cuz.
Oh.
Don't be all dark and gruesome back home, alright? Leave that to us when we come over. Yeah. You see me around, little cousin. You know we're all the same age, right? I know that Brandon retconned. They're supposed to be a year older than her. Brandon, you've retconned this lore for the last time.
Oh, damn, he did?
Week.
He did! Either that or they're just saying that because, whatever. Game theory. Was she lying? Was she fibbing? Oh, who cares? Whatever. Well, actually, whatever. Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Also, hi, Emiko. No, not you. You. There you go. Hi, Emiko.
And the other one.
Or whatever the actress's
It's
name
really
is.
good for like 60. And then Irma fell asleep. As, you know, it's a long flight home.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, a lot of trauma.
I mean, I guess they
A lot
could
of trauma in the left.
Yeah, a lot of trauma. I guess they could have gone for a television screen like Yuri suggested, but nah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I mean, I asked why they didn't just go back the normal way. Why they went through the hassle of taking the airplane back. But
You know the drill there.
and here's Amaya caring for a bird or something. I feel like that's important in some way, but I don't know what. There's probably some symbolism there I'm missing. Oh, and yes, obviously, the yokai thug figures are there because, of course, he was behind it. To the surprise of literally no one.
Mm-hmm.
She will be ready for the throne someday. Emiko? I don't know what she said to you, but no, not her. Her daughter. And Brandon confirmed that the wording is intentional, that he doesn't see Irma as her own person. He just sees her as a tool or an extension of Emiko.
Mm-hmm.
Which, unsurprising, because just to hammer home one more time, yes, it was all an act.
Yep. I don't even think he ever said Irma once throughout this whole story.
No, he did. He said it, I think, 3 times, but only when she was around. And even one time during the initial introduction of Amaya, he's like, "Oh, it's not just anything." I'm slowly getting closer to the computer, but you can't tell.
Yeah, I gotcha.
And there's that woman with the extraordinarily long neck, as we discussed in the call. And I forget who pointed it out, but actually, no, it actually is in this next panel of Blairwood, because the population has gone down by 8 since the picture book, where it's like Meet Irma. The picture book had like 8 more people on the population, which means 8 people have died since then.
Rip. Either like that or moved away or something like that.
How often do you update those population signs? Like,
Ding.
yeah. Oh, thank God you. Cyrus.
Cyrus.
He's right there.
Oh.
He looks like a little chihuahua demon, which I guess technically he is. He may also be the Egyptian god Osiris.
Hi, doggy.
Because that Night Detective comic has interesting implications. Because, let's see, a dog will follow you into the next life. Who's to say he hasn't already? Like, is Erma the reincarnation of someone or something?
I don't think
And Cyrus has just been fighting her again throughout the ages. Do we like that? That clicked for me, and I was like, oh, that might actually be true. I'm sure we'll find out someday. Oh my, looks like he was quite a handful. Here, I'll pay you extra. Handful is the understatement of the year. Next time I babysit, you're not leaving town again. Got it? Don't worry, Felicia. We're not going anywhere.
And here she is, really tall in this panel.
Yeah, we were joking about that during the wrap-up call. Large Emiko. Although I think Vulcan joked that finally telling off her dad and being able to pull one over on him, gave her better posture because the weight is no longer dragging her down. Oh, look, even Cyrus is crying a little. He's so cute.
Aww.
I think. Yeah, I think he is. Actually, no, those are just his eyelids. He just looks like that.
Here we are, back at the old homestead.
Which hasn't been redesigned again, we swear. Cough, cough.
Oh, yep, you can tell it's home. Look at those paintings.
What a lovely family portrait. And what a lovely Ming vase. It's a vase. Vase.
Oh
and
my god.
As is often the case when you get home from vacation, you walk in the door, you close it, and you immediately feel the urge to pass out. Finally, home sweet home. Tell me about it. That whole week felt like forever. Felt like
5 years. Nah, that's too meta.
Yeah, they were originally gonna do that, and they were just like, no, that's too much. A little too on the nose. And then immediately people knock on the door, and there's just the universal look of, are you?
He has the Saitama face, I noticed. Oh my god.
Yes, he does. You're right. Knock, knock, knock. I'll get it. Well, we survived, right? All's well and good. Irma, it's for you. Everyone, I forgot all your names. How long has it been? Man, I think I forgot your names.
Jordan. I forgot your name.
Look, hold on. I have a joke here. Let's see. Jim, Mako, Silvana, Conrad, Horrible, Sadness, Tercel, Amua. Yeah, that's right?
Yeah. Old babysitter. Okay, no. I honest to God for a second thought it was going to be her, but like, nah, they wouldn't do that.
Surprise! No, we're gonna welcome home, and welcome to all you fans who didn't start the series here. Actually, there shouldn't be anything else. Actually, no. All right, just this one last page, just kind of like back to school.
And that's
yes, you've had a life-changing, traumatic journey. Well, back to elementary school.
Yep, we did it. We read the entire series. It's all nice and done over. Now time to go obsess over something else. Okay, no, God,
it will never end. But it took us, I want to say like 8.5 hours to read through the entire Japan saga. Because this call alone has been 4.5 hours.
Yeah, and minus like all the screwed up recordings though, yeah, this was like over 4 hours. And looking at the whole Japan saga, yeah, shoot, I think it was about 8 hours. Huh. What do you know? I honest to God never thought we would reach this point. I thought this was just gonna be a unfinished series.
I mean, I was always gonna finish it.
Yeah. Well, it's official. Channel-wise, I've covered all of the major Erma stories except the Christmas one, which is cute. You can read it yourself and evaluate now.
Indeed.
Well, like we said in the previous podcast, Japan Saga, it's okay, you know, it's nothing too spectacular, you know. You could read it if you want, though. No, it's really good. Despite all of our critiques.
I didn't realize you were joking there for a minute. Like, I thought, is that what we're going with? Okay, well, I'm not gonna. I mean, I was just gonna go along with that if that's where we were going with this.
No, I get you, but in all seriousness, though, like, there was a ton of effort put into this. There was a ton of scope. It's amazing what they were able to put out, and the fact that they were able to finish this despite how long it went on and the amount of delays there was. This was a good time.
There were a couple points where I think it could have maybe not been improved, but the things that could have been done differently. Not necessarily from a, like, I think this was done wrong way, but in more of a, I felt this could have used more detail sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm generally not a critical person, and I try to always make the distinction between this is, like, I think this is bad because it doesn't align with my principles, and I think this is bad because I think it should have been done differently. Because something being done, a story progressing in a way you do not like does not make it bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you might not like it because it's bad, but it's not bad because you don't like it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, despite all of our critiques and comments and jokes and whatever you want to say, like, we still really enjoyed it. Like, it's not perfect. What is? Oh well. Would have liked it if they handled the Blood Moon Irma thing a little differently. But oh well.
Yeah, I maintain that by that point there had been so much buildup that they couldn't scrap it. but they also didn't want it to drag on forever, like, you know, the rest of the arc did.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it didn't drag on. Some of it, I mean, honestly, I don't really feel like there were any points in the arc where it really, any point where, like, it could have been, where stuff could have been cut. Like nothing really seemed like out of place or bad or anything. It just took a long time to tell the story. Like, none of the details seemed bad, just a long time to tell the story. And it may have been wrapped up a little faster than it should have been because they, like the fans, were kind of a little bit of in a hurry to just get it done.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm not sure we would ever get confirmation on that if that was the truth, or maybe this was, I mean, we all know that it went on longer than planned because they kept adding new details that they thought would be interesting or fun. And they were. But that did make the story take longer.
Yeah, it's like, despite, like, it's clear there were some changes to the original vision, like, regardless what it would have been, but, like, honestly, like, I'm still impressed that this entire saga finally finished. Like, like we said multiple times, more than half of Irma's time span was in Japan, and now it's finally over. Now we can move on past that point.
Yeah. And that's hard to believe in some ways.
Yep. And you know what, like, going back to what you were saying, like, yeah, like, just reading it all in, like, a proper, like, setting, yeah, it did feel cohesive. It didn't feel like there was, like, a lot of padding or dragging out, though. It was, everything that needed to be shown was shown, and they gave it time to breathe and develop properly. Aside from, you know, the one instance, but we know the drill there.
Yep.
Well, I guess if you want more details on our thoughts, you could watch the podcast we did about this about a week ago at this recording. I have no idea how long it's going to take for all these parts to come out. Give it a few months or so, maybe longer. I might be able to get this out by this year. Who knows?
I mean, that call was, we did that podcast call like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Actually. It was like 20 days ago. Well, actually, I guess it's 21 technically now because it's now Monday morning for me.
Yep. Anyway, that's all I got.
And we did it on a Monday night 3 weeks ago, so.
This was fun. If there's ever another long arc in Irma that's ever public or anything like that, or the game comes out or whatever, I wouldn't mind doing something like this again.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing like a Let's Play or something, or just a play with commentary sort of thing.
Yeah.
Or, or do another Irma podcast, or do. I was thinking to myself, like, well, what else would we? I mean, really, the only other arc that I think would be long enough to do would be maybe like Wallace, which isn't particularly long, or the Rats in the School Walls, but there's not really a whole lot to do when you get right down to it.
Yeah, we kind of covered the. Go ahead, sorry.
We've done we've done the majority of the series, and most of the other comics were, one-off joke, fun stuff.
Yep,
There's not a whole lot of other story stuff we could do.
We did the magnum opus, the Breath of the Wild.
I mean, I guess technically speaking, we could do the paid comics, but no, because that's paid content, so we can't do that. On some level, it's a little too bad because that's really the only thing we had left. Because I was thinking Spirits Bloom for a minute, and then I'm like, well, no, we can't do that. That's paid content.
Yeah. Well.
Unless we just did the reading and commentary with no visuals. And even then, I feel like that would be pushing it a little.
Well, we'll figure it out what the future has to foretell about this. But anyway, that's all I gotta say. You folks take care. Enjoy life. Enjoy whatever the future has to do. Stay safe out there. And for the love of God, I can't think of a good joke that I haven't already overused already, so I'll just end it off there. Anyway, I'm Mr. Gabe Guy. Have a nice day.
And I'm Doodles, and remember, your grandpa is evil. Don't trust him.
If your grandpa's anything like that guy. Mine aren't, thankfully.
Appearances aren't everything. That's the real lesson. People, look beyond surface appearances and find out who someone really is. Don't trust their first impression they give you.
Yeah.
Even though I do that all the time. I am a hypocrite.
Oh, well.
And I know it.
That's how it is.
This has been another Google fact.
Yep. Enjoy reading comics with your friends.